My hands are misbehaving a bit today. Hello. I wanted to make like a really short tutorial video on how to make custom stuff just using existing brushes and stuff. Like, you don't need to undock it. If you want to draw your own stuff, you can. But there's like small things that you can do that you might not know, because I didn't know when I was first playing. So this is like a small thing, I guess. You can see how I made a home that's literally like a torii gate or torii gate. You can do this. You can literally make anything a home with the creative center. So you can literally make like anything into a house if you want to. Like, you could make a gate, you could make the Tempest Hall, you could make like whatever, you could make it into an object. I'll show you the custom items that I made so far. Some of them are just kind of like test things. Some of them are things I've seen other people make that I've been like, oh, I'll take that. Don't mind the meat cake. I made my own sweater. This was literally just made with like pre-made objects. So you could see here, I use like a template design, right, of the shirt. And then this is a stamp. And then I literally just drew on top of it. So for clothing and stuff, with these stamps, these are so useful. There's like a ribbon one somewhere. Here. This one, I use this and then I just draw on top of it. Like, you could use this to make other ribbons. There's like collars and stuff. There's foods. There's so much stuff. Like, you can, for example, if you want to make like, I don't know, a structure that had bushes or something, you can literally use the end of like a piece of celery. Like, if you have the food item unlocked, right? It might take a bit to get more items. You can see this makes like a kind of like a leafy bush kind of texture, right? There's other things you can use. You can, I know someone had a broccoli piece. They used broccoli to make like some shrubbery. You can make an ice cream house, you can make a burger house. You could make a massive burger and make it into a house. I'm gonna do that. And I'll show you some of the techniques while I do it. So a couple of the technique things that are really useful is if you're looking to do really fine detail and stuff, I would recommend using like the single pixel dot. It's the same thing when you do pixel art and like a sprite and things. If you zoom in, rather than using the, what's it called, the stick thing on the Joy-Con. What's it called, a stick? Because that just is a bit uneven, right? You can use the arrow keys to get single pixels. So if you wanted to make like a circle or something, then, well, I didn't make a circle, I made like an oval, but you get what I mean. You can make like an oval like this. It's much easier because like if you're trying to do it, if you're trying to do it like that, it doesn't work so well. But if you're doing like really fine, delicate details, I'd recommend going in one by one. It will take a long time, like I won't lie, but it's more accurate. Another thing to remember is with the camera on the left, the game Tomodachi Life has a feature where it smooths things, right? Like, you can see it's not actually pixel perfect. It's auto smooths things. The same thing happened with Animal Crossing. It auto smooths things. So I would recommend, even if you're making stuff like this, I would recommend that you have a look at what it looks like on this camera, not just what is going on the canvas. So this is like a house, right? So you can make a big burger house. Oh, too big. It's also glowing. And you can preview how wide, how long you want to make it. So if you want to make it literally like a burger, you can put it flat like this, right? I'd recommend putting it like a couple of pixels, a bit bigger, like that, right? And then you need, if you want to make it like properly 3D, you need to find the specific point on the side that you would color it in for. With this burger stamp, it doesn't work super well, but for like the torii gates and stuff, it works really well for that. There would be, because this, the way this is right now is like squished, right? So if you go into the dropper, the eyedropper tool, and you find like where the side would be here, right? So if this burger was much bigger, say if it took up like the whole square, like you made it a square burger, right? Too big. If you put it like this, here, right? And then if you color the side, I mean, it colored the whole thing, but you you get the idea. But it would become like a 3D object, right? But you would need to make it stretch around the whole way. So, and then you duplicate it. These little tools on the left are super useful. So if you're making like custom shapes and stuff that you want to repeat, you can just do it like that. And all the little buttons do different things, or different things even. So the ZL would be to flip it, so that would make it like this on the side. So you have your burger chunk, right? And then it's around the side like that. So you can make a burger house. So you can make these steps that are on the floor. So you can make custom tiles, right? Pretty simple. There's loads of things you can do with the stamps and pre-made paint bucket tools and stuff. Those are the pathways. So these you can literally like place on the ground and you can make them glow. And then at nighttime, they glow and they look really, really nice. So here I made like a cherry blossom kind of forest. And you can see I made these cookie designs. I literally made these, I pre-made these with pre-made stamps. There was a cookie brush, like a heart cookie, and I painted on top of them. So you can see a lot of my pre-made creations here. The big mana gate I was really happy with too. The only thing you have to be careful of with making things like gates is you have to leave enough of a gap between the gate and then the next item between them, otherwise the Mies can't get through and it kind of interrupts events. But these are the cookies I made. I made them with the pre-made cookie brush. So you can see, I'm pretty sure this one comes like as a default. Let me find it. Yeah, see, there's just loads of them. There's like the cookies, like butter cookies, chocolate heart cookies. And what you do is, because you want to be able to rotate them and draw different designs, if you put them here, how is it like this? If you put it in the transparent place, right? Like this, and then you can copy paste them and then you can draw them here. Then when you go to put them on the plate, you can rotate them as you want to and you can use each design as much as you want without having to worry about placing them down once and then not being able to have another one of the same cookie. A good thing I would recommend doing if you're making stuff like this to make it look a little bit more 3D and involved in the environment is you can see up here, there's like an outline around the cookie. You can do that with the auto outline tool. I'd recommend making it like a darker, more saturated color if you want to go like the normal saturation route that Nintendo tends to do. You can see with the icing up there, the way it is, there's like a shading on the side of it, and then you have a highlight, and then you also have underneath, you have a shading layer too, because it just makes it a bit more 3D. So when you look far away, the shading on it looks a bit better. This cookie, this checkerboard pattern, so I'll tell you about the brushes here. So it's a bit out of order. It's just kind of how to think about things. With this, what I did was you take the square brush, you pick one of these blending layers. These will save your life if you're looking to just make something lighter or make like an overlay blush or something on a character's face. Lighten obviously lightens it, darken obviously darkens it, and overlay is the overlay layer. It kind of makes things a bit more saturated. I'm pretty sure I did an overlay layer. And I would also recommend, if you're looking to do custom stuff like this, to use the Alpha Lock tool. If you're using this technique, Alpha Lock pretty much ensures that you don't draw outside of that layer. It's the same with things like Clip Studio Paint and Photoshop. So it might take a little bit to decide what the exact right color is for the cookie. I can't make it bigger. Okay. You get the idea. So the way it is now, that's not quite light enough. So I would recommend doing it single by single. So if you press like the A button and then you press it again, and then you press it again, then you can decide how light you want those cookies. So you can see here, if I rotate it, that's like 3 taps of the A button, right? That's 1 tap. So it changes the color completely, but then it also keeps the shading that's around the edge. So it's a really good, useful tool. I love Alpha Lock if I'm doing stuff like this. It's really, really good. Outline tool is always handy if you're making single objects. That's really good. Smooth tool, just auto smooth. Straight line's pretty good if you're doing like buildings and things. I haven't used this brush yet, but this one's pretty good if you're doing like stuff that's a bit more gentle, like an airbrush kind of. See, you can make some nice highlights with that too. Up in the left corner, up that way. It looks really nice like that too. Yeah, I would recommend utilizing all of these stamps. They're so good, especially if you have the Switch in the dock. Like all the sprinkles and stuff too, really cute. Like you can put little sprinkles on these cookies like that, and then obviously erase the rest of it around the outside. Very cute, and then you can have them on the floor. It's really important to remember that this game is not like a traditional game. It's not a game where there's like objectives to complete. It's a game where you have fun and you experiment with art and you use some of the pre-made tools and you make it your own fun. So don't feel pressured if you see people doing crazy things. This is about your experience and not anyone else's experience. So decorate how you want to. I hope some of the techniques help a little bit. Also, please don't forget your fountain limited seasonal events. But you can see with the Island Design Center, the spring stuff at the moment is the cherry tree, cherry blossom, picnic lantern, some of the flowers, and other things. Don't mind the fact I have autumn items and it's not autumn. Don't mind that. You can see, like, I really wanted the pumpkin patch, so, you know, you can forgive me, right? Right? But I would really highly recommend making sure you pick these up, because you won't be able to get them for another year, because Papa Nintendo said, nuh-uh, no more getting items for you. You have to get them when they're actually in the thing. Nuh-uh, sister. Yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna go and edit this now. Anyone else is free to use this as well, by the way. If you see stuff in this, you're like, wow, that's cool. 90% of it I saw other people do, and I was like, hey, I know how to do that too, but in my own way. So if you want to do it yourself, then you're more than welcome to. Bye-bye.